Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. For the most part, over the past X amount of years that I've been doing work professionally, I've been doing work for myself, but every so often I'll get an opportunity to work with somebody else. They may need a job done, and I'll give them a rate, and they can decide whether or not they do want to hire me to complete this job that they know I'm suited to complete. And I guess that makes me some kind of freelancer of sorts. I say I'm a geek for hire, and that still is very much true. I work, right? And if someone's willing to pay me to give them advice or to guide them along a path, I will absolutely do it. Of course, I give business advice to all the registered nomies, and my hourly rate is higher than the annual rate for a subscription on nomies.com. So take that to the bank. How much is your success worth to you? And this is something that I know a lot of you deal with. If you're trying to make money online, you might become a freelancer, but there are some things you might want to know before you become a freelancer in an official sense. 7 things, as a matter of fact, and we posted them in conjunction with this video on the article on lockergnome.com, linked in the description, and I know you like it. In fact, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm going to go ahead and +1 it, tweet it, and like it on Facebook as well. Kelly Clay really took a lot of time to put this together. For those of you who do freelance work or thinking about it, take a look at the tips. For instance, you will not have a salary. That's not something that you may not realize outright. I mean, you could put a website out there and say, oh, you can hire me to do this, that, and the other thing, but just because you put it out there doesn't mean anybody can or wants to hire you or will hire you. There are a lot of freelancers out there, and you can't count on regular income, which is both thrilling and also a frustration. What you might draw one month may not be drawn another month. So unless you're prepared for that instability, watch out. So my suggestion would be, if you're thinking about becoming a freelancer and you're working somewhere else right now, you might want to keep working where you're at today to keep that base, and then freelance on the side. Now, if it gets to the point where for a number of months in a row, consecutive months, 6 months, let's say, you have enough steady income to be able to cover your bills, then it may be time to consider going freelancing full-time and to possibly scale it up. What you have to keep in mind when you're freelancing is that your time is only so scalable. This is another reason why now, if I'm giving business advice, I would rather give it to a group of people like the Nomies from nomies.com instead of just going one-on-one for everybody. Because number one, it's more affordable for them to get the business advice and to get suggestions and help and leads, etc. And number two, it allows me to do more and help more people with my time. So it's just something to keep in mind. Now, speaking of hourly rate, you may not know what you're worth. And how much do you get paid an hour? Now, if you say, well, I do work for free, well, that's good for you. I don't know how you make money by doing work for free. Doesn't always pay the bills because at least here in the United States, our economy is capitalistic, and yeah, I'm a capitalist. Oh, how dare I try to make money with doing things? I'm so evil. Some people want to paint me as that, but okay, not my problem. I know how much I'm worth. I know how much my time is worth. So if someone comes to me and says, Chris, I need your help to do this, I decide, can I help them? Can I figure out a way to help them? Or can I help them find the help that they seek if I don't have the time to go into it? And some people, they send me huge emails, and you may have done this as well, detailing a problem. I'm like, dude, I don't have time. I hardly have time to read the email, let alone go into a detailed response to help you with your problem, especially if they're asking for that advice for free. I'm like, my hourly rate is a little more than free, dude. I'm not a student. I don't work for somebody else. I work for myself. So time is money. Know what you're worth, and know that the more in demand you are, the more worth you are. And you want to be in demand. You do. You want to have so little time in the day that you can't help everybody. That's how you know you've got something. It's about your expertise. It's about how much time that you would have to spend on something and how much time or how much money you could make by doing something on your own versus working for somebody else. Know how much you're worth before you walk into it. It's something just to keep in mind. You're not going to have health insurance on your own if that's something that's important to you. In the United States, it's a big deal. You're not going to have an office that you might go into unless you rent an office and you have enough money to rent an office. One of the reasons why I have a home office is because it keeps my costs low. 1, 2, I don't like leaving the house, so it fits me. But along with that, in being a freelancer and being a geek for hire, I am very much aware that I have to get stuff done. I mean, I do. Even though I'm participating with you in the community, even though I'm participating with Nomies, the registered Nomies, I think the thing that is easy for me is to focus in on the job that I have to do. So, like, here is the chat room of the Nomies here. Let's see, I may have to turn up the brightness because the power... I unplugged it. So Cat notes, and this is not the Cat that you know. It's not the Cat that I hosted Tech TV with, or Call for Help on Tech TV with. Figuring out how much to charge for your work is the hardest part of being a freelancer. Cat is a freelancer. Ash notes, this is true, Cat. I just sort of went with $20 an hour, and people liked it. That's how you know you've got a pretty good rate. Yamazaru Ninja says he values bacon. So if you want work done and you have a lot of bacon, you might be able to hire Yamazaru Ninja, who you might remember from earlier YouTube TLDR episodes. One of the Nomies there in the private chat room, which you can join right now, even while you're watching the video. It's really easy to do. Head over to nomies.com. So we've got a few other tips in this article, including, you're going to need to find your own work, how to possibly do it, taxes, et cetera, et cetera. Really good suggestions, good starting points for you to consider as you begin down the path of, becoming a freelancer. It is very freeing, it's very rewarding, but it ain't an easy life. You have to decide for yourself. Are any freelancers in the audience? I should probably, I know we have freelancers in the Nomies group, but let's see here. Just joined, looking forward to this one, Technical Arts. Oh, thank you for joining us as a Nomie. Wow, right in the middle of this video. I love it. So you'll be able to jump in the chat room as well as the Mumble chat. Yay, YouTube keep crashing on Chrome. Had to switch over to Firefox. Well, I'm glad you like what we do so much that you switched browsers. Hopefully not permanently. That would be one hell of a switch. So, let's go ahead and ask that question again to the group. Freelancers in the audience, are you looking for more freelancer tips, suggestions, resources? Let us know. We are here to work for you.